What's up, guys? It's Gage from ARG, and we're going to be talking about more Toon support. More Toon support, as if we haven't gotten enough already. So between all the original Toon support that got first leaked, between Toon Castle, Toon Ancient Gear Golem, Toon Cyber Dragon, as well as Toon Mask, Mimicat, we actually have more Toon cards coming out. We got Toon Briefcase, Shadow Toon, and Toon Rollback. I'm going to briefly go over all three. Toon Briefcase is a normal trap card. When your opponent summons a monster while you control a Toon monster, shuffle that monster into the deck. So as I've said before in previous videos, as fulfilling the restriction of having a Toon monster, having cards like Comic Hand and everything, it's really easy to accomplish this task. Toon Mask especially. I never actually reviewed Toon Mask, but that card's insane. Being able to pull one Toon monster from your deck for free, that's amazing, and it allows any of these Toon support cards, from Comic Hand to Toon Briefcase to Shadow Toon as well, you're able to actually fulfill these requirements quite easy. So the requirement isn't really that difficult. Shuffling a monster into the deck, it's easy removal, but I don't think it's that fantastic. We have cards that do similarly the same thing, and sometimes actually even better. We have cards like Uki Usagi, which is the new hand trap. I know they renamed it. It's Snow Ogre and Ghost Rapid or something. Or I might have had that backwards. Ghost Ogre, Snow Rap. I don't care. We also have a card like Traptrix Trapple Nightmare, which if it's a card with an effect, we can take it off the field, send it to the graveyard. Toon Briefcase does have its own utility in the fact that it's able to send it back to deck. So if they bring out an extra deck monster like a Dante or something, send it back to deck, no effect, no hassle. I do think having an own archetype exclusive monster removal is actually really cool though. And it's actually quite decent. Shuffling a monster back into the deck, I can always say that's really good. It's a lot better than returning it back to the hand. Let's put it at that. Thinking it, returning back to the deck is actually really good, especially now, with the fact that we have Shaddolls, even Necros, and Burning Abyss, all three of the top tier decks. They pretty much don't get anything. Being it non-targeting, you're able to send any of the Necros monsters back to deck rather than sending them in the hand or putting them in the graveyard to give potential mirrors some food. In the case of Shaddolls, taking away a fusion so they're not able to get that fusion spell back is actually really powerful as well. And, as I already said in the case of Burning Abyss, returning Dante's, returning Virgil's so they can't get that recursion is critical. Shadow Toon is a normal spell card. You can only activate one Shadow Toon per turn. If you control Toon World, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that target's current attack. This card is actually really powerful, and I'm going to compare it to Ring of Destruction. That's actually what it's pretty comparable to. Again, quickly, requirements, not that hard to fill. We have Toon Kingdom now, which is searchable by terraforming, as well as Toon Table of Contents. Getting a Toon World is not a problem. Depending on how big the monster may be your opponent controls, you can actually do some detrimental damage to your opponent, possibly even gaming them for something that the new errated Ring of Destruction can't do. Granted, Ring of Destruction does remove the threat from the board. This doesn't. Still, you're inflicting burn damage, and a lot of it. We also can't dismiss the fact that all of your Toon monsters can just attack directly. So while you're inflicting burn damage to them, you're also able to just attack directly. This card can actually probably induce a lot of crazy OTK plays. And if you didn't think this card gave OTK potential enough, let me read you the next card, Toon Rollback. It's a normal spell card. Target one Toon monster you control. It can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. So Toon monsters can already attack directly, and now they can do it twice. And in tandem with a Toon Ancient Gear Golem, you have an unstoppable 6,000 to face. That's ridiculous. If we have Toon Ancient Gear Golem out, or any of the 3000s, Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon is also one, we're able to Toon roll back that monster, attack for 6,000, and then Shadow Toon anything about 2,000 attack. And that's no TK right there. And especially with Toon Mask, you can't be leaving big monsters on the field to allow that to actually happen, because that might happen a lot more than you think. Overall, we're getting all this new Toon support, and I can't help but think they actually have a lot of potential. At first, with the first three, with Toon Kingdom, Toon Cyber Dragon, and Toon Ancient Gear Golem, I was kind of like on the fence. I'm like, this support's actually really good, but they're not going to go anywhere with the actual Toon support. Then we got Mimicat, then we got Toon Mask, and I was like, oh my god. And now we have ways to literally close out the game simplistically. I think this deck has a lot of potential, and that maybe that's just me, but I think the support card, with all of it coming out, I believe they're going to do something. ARG stands for a ridiculous game show. Japan has a lot of those, but it also conveniently stands for Ultra Reality Games. If you guys want to buy or sell a product, if you want to attend high-level events, and if you want to read articles from the toppest of top of players, ultrarealitygames.com is your place to go check out. Be sure to like our Facebook fan page and subscribe to our Twitch stream if you haven't already. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Gage from ARG, signing out. Pow.